My fellow American, today it's the 23rd of December, 2 days before Christmas, and it's a beautiful event. I'm looking forward to spend this Christmas with my loved ones, so I hope you do the same, and I'm hoping to start a new year, a year of peace and injustice, which is it's the base of civilization. So where it's justice, there is peace. Okay, so I'm hoping for peace in the world. Some of you knows me because of my previous videos, who I am and what I'm about with this video. And for those who doesn't know me, so I will introduce myself now, quick introduction of me, which my name is Thomas Gage, and I reside in Warren, New Jersey, and I'm a victim of outrageous constructive fraud and fraud up on the court, victimized by government, local government corruption, and this is my fight started in 2004. Started before that, but to actually fight as on my own started in 2004. Since then, I'm still here and surviving, fighting, for justice to prevail. I will call this video as a part one because regarding these matters as to what happened recently. So, the purpose of this video today is about federal crime reporting statutes. I'm going to start you to read a definition of what is a federal crime reporting statute. This is what they did. The federal offense of failure to disclose a felony if coupled with some act of concealing the felony, such as suppression of evidence, harboring or protecting the person performing the felony, intimidation or harming a witness, or any other act designed to conceal from authorities the fact that the crime has been committed. Title 18 U.S.C. 4, Misprision of felony. Whatever having knowledge of an actual commission of felony, conceivable by the Court of the United States, conceal and does not as soon as possible make known the same to some judge or other person in civil or military authority under the United States, shall be fined under this title of imprisonment not more than 3 years or both. A federal judge or any other government official is required as part of the judge's mandatory administrative duty to receive any offer of information of a federal crime. If the judge blocks such report, that block is a felony under related obstruction of justice statutes and constitute a serious crime. At receiving such information, the judge is then required to make known to a government law enforcement body that is not themselves involved in a federal crime. So based on this title, after many years of fighting in court of law as a pro pair, and which have been denied many times, like the right of a trial by peers or juries. After a lot of work involved, I did come out with a notice of verified affidavit effects regard to my case. And this affidavit effects has been already served to some of the relevant authority who are trusting this case to act on it, this evidence. This affidavit comprises of 23 pages, which 23 pages comes with about 300 pages of evidence, document, which are separated from A to W, okay, which are all court record. These documents were filed in court, some by me and some other by the counterpart. Okay, so court records and our documental evidence that prove, okay, the crime, okay, that was committed. So this goes with my affidavit, so it become, make my affidavit, verified because the facts are supported with evidence. Okay. So based on the title 18 U.S.C. 4, I submitted this evidence. I sent it to the authority, okay, to the federal authority, state authority, both. And one of this authority I did as a private. So I keep it as a private, so man to man to this authority. And unfortunately today I received the package back to me, and which makes another crime. It's like one crime after another here. Besides the fact that so far I've been denied my right to have my evidence heard by my peers and peer. Now they deny me the right to privately communicate with a man to man. Okay? Why is that? Well, this notify verify fax was sent to, as a private man, to John Robert, Chief Judge of the United States. And this is the note of letter. I'm not gonna publicize now what I said to him, because I want to give an opportunity to receive back, to send this back to who was this in the first place. But this is about one I received back. The other one is from a copy that was sent by me to the New Jersey Legislative Office, and this is what they sent me back. This is their envelope. They sent me back the package, which is the package is there. Is the envelope that I sent to them. This was registered mail. Okay, you can see the seals. So it was supposed to be opened by the receiver only, because it was registered privately, registered mail sent. So obviously this package was received by the office of the State Legislative Service. There's another letter that sent me back with the package, and I can read to you. This letter says, Office of Legislative Service, December 17, 2014. Dear Mr. Gage, our office received the material you sent by registered mail, postmarked December 13, 2014, to the following address: New Jersey Legislature Committee, State House Annex, P.O. Box 068, Trenton, New Jersey. Unfortunately, there is no legislative committee by the name. Those we have returned the material to you. There was not the intent that in fact, I want to read it, what really I asked them to do, okay? With my package, I sent them a letter which was confirmed in a affidavit or notary presentment, which is a presentment when I send the package, as to who I send it, what I send it. It's all here, okay? So this was sent to Chief Judge Stuart Robiner, and then was copied to the Legislature Committee, okay? And also two more judges here. I'm not gonna say anything yet because they're pending case in court. I'm waiting for, to see if they're gonna default on the request. Anyway, the letter that I sent to the legislative committee is this. Okay, December 13, 2014. Dear members of the New Jersey Legislative Committee, as you all know, the New Jersey Constitution provides that official oaths must be taken by every state officer before entering the duty of his office. New Jersey Constitutional Article 7.1, the constitutional provision generally requires every state officer to take an oath, certified an oath or affirmation to support the Constitution of this state and of the United States, and to perform the duty of his office faithful, impartial, and justly to the best of his ability. So I'm saying what the duties are. They have basically the jurisdiction is on the oath of office. So, and furthermore, under Title 5 U.S.C. 3331, an individual except the president elected or appointed to an office of honor or profit in the civil service or unformed service shall take the following oath. I be solemnly swear or affirm that will support and defend the Constitution of the United States against all enemy, foreign and domestic, that will bear true and faith and allegiance to the same, that I take obligation freely without any mental reservation and purpose of evasion, and that we will and faithfully discharge the duty of the office on which I am about to enter. So help me God. So this is a federal statute. And then I say, I am one of the beneficiaries of the United States Bill of Rights, who is a victim of a public trustee action of fraud and of obstruction of justice, which you cannot ignore and conceal as per her oath of office entitled 18 U.S.C. 4. This is why I'm sending these copies of this evidence of crimes. The evidence that I have provided here to your office today by registered mail, apart they prove the violation of the New Jersey statute titles 2C, the New Jersey Code of Criminal Justice 2C 30-2, official misconduct, also further proves criminal action arisen under the Constitution, USC 42, 1983, a civil action of deprivation of rights, USC 42, 1985, a civil action of conspiracy to interfere with civil rights, such as an act of deceit, an act of fraud, an act of manipulative due process, and Title 18 U.S.C. 1505, obstruction of justice. The overwhelming court record are evidence of fraud, misconduct, and general federal obstruction of justice provision that I have irreparably harmed me and my family. Fraud is a crime. Therefore, I ask you to collaborate with other relevant authority to satisfy the enclosed fee schedule for theft of property and injury to property, since the attorneys, county sheriff, and other public officials backed up the county and state judges simply forced their way up me and my family without law, precedent, orders, and evidence supporting a state action, and threw us out in the street after years and years of living in the land that my family and I call home. Okay? See, and this is a quote here. There is a silence can only be equated with fraud where there is a legal or moral duty to speak, or where iniquity left unanswered will be intentionally misleading. U.S. verse 12 is a case law about, you cannot be silent on a witness of crime. So there are, they are obligated under the oath to act on this. 18 U.S.C. 1918, wherever violate the provision of Section 7311 of Title 5 that individual may not accept or hold the position in the government of the United States or the government of the District of Columbia if he advocate overthrown of our constitutional form of government shall be fined under, so they can either war against the Constitution of the United States, and that's a federal crime under USC 1918. And then I say, hence, as for the above said, being you all a public trustee, you all have been served today under the title USC 4 and New Jersey Code Criminal Title C2C and New Jersey A to be with criminal evidence and my plea for justice. So I served them under this title and with my plea of justice because I am a beneficiary of the Bill of Rights and they are my trustee. You are duly bound by an oath of affirmation to protect and defend the Constitution of the United States of America and the state of New Jersey. Therefore, be gathered according to the oath of office. So basically, the oath of office here is the jurisdiction they had on my evidence to take the evidence and if instead to send it back to me, that's what the crime they are doing. They send back to me the evidence instead to provide the evidence to the prosecution. So they are in violation of the oath of office and based on the Federal Crime Reporting Statute Title 18 U.S.C. 4, which they acquire knowledge of crime because I have provided them an affidavit of fact, okay, verified after the evidence. So they're not supposed to send it back to me. They're supposed to move forward. And whatever the law says now, according to the oath of office, was supposed to give it to the prosecutor. They didn't know. So you can see how they're working together here to conspire and further conspire obstruction of justice, because they act and not provide justice. They act to return me the document I provide them, and I provide the document on this title, federal title, Title 18 U.S.C. 4. I have a knowledge of crimes and bring up to the authority. I did my job. I followed the statute, and they know. They don't follow the oath of office. So this is one of what I just did here, and this is to show you they are violating the oath of office all the time, and nobody's doing anything about it. Now this is nothing. The worst is this now. They have been denied it as a man to a man, a correspondent, a private correspondence. Okay, the correspondence that I have choose to contact privately John Robert as a man private here. Register mail, everything was sealed, and the destination of my package was in the hand of John Robert, the Chief Judge of the United States Court. But that didn't happen. So they violated my right to be a private. Okay, so, and this has to do with my affidavit, like I said, 23 pages, and then that was sent to Chief Judge as a man. Okay, nothing. I want to keep that with him when it was a private, but they don't allow me to. So this is the package they sent to me from the United States Supreme Court. Right here, it says here. Okay, and then I open it, I find out what I sent came back. That's what I sent them. This is their letter. I'm going to read to you now. And this is my affidavit with evidence. A to W. Criminal evidence. Court records. Okay, this is all court records. You find all this record in court. There is several cases that I filed in district court and federal and state court. They're all record. This is a record document of crime. And this is, you can see open here, you know, was done an affidavit of notary presentment, which I sent to John Robert. What did I send? All this. This was signed, was notarized. Okay, the witness is notary. Okay. Right, there's notary here. And then notary tells you what I sent it. Okay, included the note of the note letter, which is private. It's private. Okay, so they violated my rights. Okay, this is a big violation. My fellow American, we lost all our rights. We are not freed anymore. We are not freed anymore. I can get justice in the system, in the court system where we are supposed to find justice. It's a lie. Okay? They can control, they have their own rules. They find a way to deceive you. They pretend that they have prepared and the citizen must be a lawyer to live in New Jersey. At least in New Jersey, I mean, I'm experiencing this. If you're a victim and you are not a lawyer, you're screwed. You're not gonna get justice. Okay? Because up there, judges and lawyers, they are a team. You are the loser all the time. They pretend you to protect yourself and to act as their own. You have to know the laws. You have to be prepared like them. So they want you to become a lawyer first, and then if you're lucky, go in court to get justice. You're not gonna get it because you are alone. Okay, you're alone with the system. It has nothing to do with justice. Okay, nothing to do with justice. I started these cases in 2004. Since now 2014. I mean, what did I do? I did everything possible. I have a case of evidence of crime. Okay, but they are playing on the card that I'm alone. Okay, not anymore, not anymore, because my fellow American, there's been a cry out there. I know there's a lot of people out there, victims like me, and we are considered the fourth branch again, the common law grand jury. All this evidence that I have, they've been, what I'm doing right now, I'm collecting. Basically, I'm making a list. I'm making a list. All the officers, the trustee, they are violating the oath of office. I'm putting on a list because at the end of the day, all this evidence is in the hands of the grand jury common law. Right? The criminal in this case, all they did, they're gonna pay. Sooner or later, they're gonna pay the crime. Because at the end of the day, what's gonna prevail is the truth. We the people, because we are the first branch of the, of the government. Okay, so they try to keep us ignorant on the fact that we are powerful. And we're gonna show you. We are already. There's a lot of evil out there. So I'm prepared for this. I'm really prepared. I have a knowledge of good and evil. So I know my enemy. Okay. So I'm gonna stop here. This is just a part one of this video because it has to do, about this affidavit and who's gonna comply or who's not gonna comply. I know they're gonna default on this, so that will be my day. Will be my day because you're gonna have always gonna be publicized. You're gonna have an opportunity. By the way, if you're looking for evidence, anything, you just ask me. I'll provide you with, and I'm gonna show you. This is not a game. Okay, this is serious stuff. If you've been denied our freedom, I'm not gonna stop here. So this is part one of this video. Please look for the part two because you're gonna have a lot of information that you would like to know. You would love to know. And then I'm gonna tell you how you're gonna survive. Okay. All right. God bless you and have a Merry Christmas and Happy New Year. Thanks.